My name is Shanezi and I am his disciple. Whose disciple? God's disciple. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. Today's video is all about trusting God's timing. In knowing that even if it hasn't yet happened, if God says it will happen, it will happen. And it's just about knowing that He will always come through for us. On His Disciple Facebook and Instagram pages, we have been studying the book of Genesis. And quite recently, I came across Genesis chapter 21 and verse 2. And in this, I'm reading from the easy to read version. It says, "At exactly the time God said it would happen, Sarah became pregnant and gave birth to a son for Abraham in his old age." Now, to put a bit of context into this, Sarah was 90 years old. Abraham was 100 years old. A year prior to this, God appeared to them and God told them that they would have a child. Sarah couldn't believe it. She laughed. Imagine yourself at 90 years old being told that you're going to make a baby. You're going to have a baby. Really? So Sarah's there like, oh God, you can't be serious. But God was like, I am serious. I am going to do this. And He showed her that He wasn't joking around. Exactly a year from that date, Sarah had Isaac, and God was able to fulfill His promise. She doubted Him, but He showed her that there is nothing that He cannot do. He's not limited by things like age and bounds and time. So when we sit there and we ask God for things and then we feel like maybe it's not going to happen because you find He's taking a little while to do it, that doesn't mean it's not going to be done. If it is part of God's will for your life, it will happen. Maybe it may not happen when you expect it to happen, but it will happen. And if it is taking a while to happen, it's usually for a reason. Maybe you've been asking God to get into a particular university or to get a particular job, but you haven't yet developed the skills or the attitude that will allow you to succeed there, or that will allow you to thrive while you're there. And God is saying to you, it's not yet time for you to get there because you're not ready. So He's taking that time to prepare you. Maybe you're asking God to send you a spouse. Maybe you want to get married. You want to have a family. But God is saying that as a woman, you need to learn how to take care of a husband. You need to learn how to take care of children. And as a man, you need to know how to love your wife. Maybe you don't know yet. Maybe there are certain areas that both you as a woman and you as a man need to work on. And God is saying, I'm not saying no. I'm saying not yet. But a lot of times we put timelines. Like we ask God for things, but we put a timeline on it. So it's like, God, I want to have this now. I want to have this by this age. And when you get to that age, you start worrying. As a woman, I know there's always that worry over being able to have a child. And as you go up in age, you start worrying. I know for me, I've been told by a couple people, like, it's about time, you need to start, where's the husband? What are you doing? And sometimes when people say these things to you, it can get you thinking. It's like, you're going up in age, your eggs aren't getting any younger, and everyone is kind of expecting certain things from you, and you're expecting certain things from yourself. And you start to wonder, maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe that was not God's plan for me. But just because something hasn't yet happened doesn't mean it's automatically out of God's plan for your life. Maybe it's possible that it isn't. But there's also a big chance that it's just not time yet. That God is doing something else in your life that needs to be done right now in order to prepare you for that. Or He's allowing you to experience certain things now that if you got what you wanted, you would miss out on. So today I am just encouraging you to trust God's timing, to trust that He always has our best interests at heart. We see in His word that God has great plans for us, plans to prosper us, to give us hope and a future. He doesn't have plans to break us down or to make us feel less than or to do anything that will take away from our well-being in any way, shape, or form. So we don't have to worry. We don't have to sit there thinking that God is plotting against us, or even if we're not thinking in that particular vein, thinking that it's not going to happen, that if we're just not one of the lucky few. If God has something for you, it is for you. No one can take it away from you. If God has something for you, He will get it to you. There's nothing too hard for God. There's nothing that God cannot do. So if he says that you're going to get into university, you're going to get into that university. Maybe you may have to apply a couple times. Maybe you will have to redo a couple tests. But if he says that you're going to get in, you're going to get in. If he says that you're going to get that promotion, you're going to get that promotion. Even if there is someone there who is trying to break you down or trying to prevent you from moving up at any cost, God is above that person and God can do it. If he says that he's going to give you a spouse, or if he says he's going to give you a child, he can do it. So don't doubt God. Don't put timelines on him. And don't put so much faith in the things of this world that you lose sight of the fact that our God transcends all of that. He's above all of that. There's nothing too hard for him. So it may not have happened yet. But don't give up. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Sarah thought she would never be a mother. But as we know, she became the mother of nations. So if God could do that, since God did do that, what's preventing him from working in my life, or working in your life, working in the lives of your loved ones? So keep praying, keep trusting, keep believing that even if it didn't happen today, even if it doesn't happen next week, it may not even happen next year, that if it's God's will for you, it will happen. But not in our timing, in his perfect timing. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so that I will know. Also, please share it with other people so that they may be blessed by it as well. Maybe you know someone who needs a bit of encouragement. Don't hold this back. Share it so that they can be reminded. And if you have not yet subscribed, please click the subscribe button so that you'll be notified of all future videos. I release a new video every Tuesday, so once you subscribe, you will be notified as soon as the video is released. Thank you so much for watching, and I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day or night wherever you are. God bless you.